Hello everyone, Attack Power here with another Steel Division 2 League Season 13 game here between Stahlbrecher and Reef. Let's dive right in here to Orsha East. And on the left, in the red, we have Stahlbrecher playing CFL. I'm saying it right? It's been a while. This division's actually been a while. Yes, excuse CIL, Corpo Italiano Liberazione on Vanguard income. And on the right, in the blue, we have Reef playing third Fallshirmjager on Maverick income. So two divisions we haven't seen a whole lot of here, and that definitely received several buffs throughout the last several patches. So very interested to see how these two divisions perform here. If you guys enjoy this, smash that like button, subscribe for more Steel Division 2 content, and consider checking out that Patreon link down below to support the channel and get cool benefits like coaching, deck reviews, and video reviews. All right, diving in here to CIL here. An interesting division. Italians, they have definitely received some buffs recently. They have very strong infantry, but a very obvious problem with the deck and why it probably isn't sitting very high these days in terms of a tier list is doesn't have a ton of light armor, which makes it not super duper strong in this meta. It definitely has tools. It's not like it doesn't have good tools, but not enough to really put it way up there. But diving in here, massive recon tableau. We're using less than half of it. We have the Esploratori here, the Alpini Esplorante, which is a sniper unit there. We have some Stag Hounds in B phase. We have some Bersaglieri. There we go. Spit it out. Forgive me for my sins. I don't even want to know. Anyway, infantry tab, we have 71 infantry here. A phase, we have some Maros, some leaders, RDT, which are some grenade tossing commando fanatical units, excuse me. Maro Bren with their quadruple Bren, if I'm not mistaken, and Guastatori Perras with some flamers, along with as well some Commandosi and their commando trait. There we go. B phase, we have some more Maros, some more Fucilieri Brens, and some Peracatudisti filling out C phase there. Tank tab, so we have Stuarts. There is some light armor there, and then some Shermans, which are fantastic, but not technically light armor. The support tab here, we have some Flamers, a bad HMG, solid assault gun, and some ammo coming in A phase, which is definitely interesting. Although he doesn't have much already, so I understand why. In the AT tab, we have the lovely Bredagun there. We have some 57 mil cannons. We have Wolverines, and then B phase a 17 pounder. The AA tab, super light. We just have a Crusader AA there in A phase. That's very little. And then the RD tab, we have just one card of 75 mil Obiches and a artillery leader. And finally, the air tab filled out nicely here. We have some, sorry, it's really small, hard to see. Fighter here, can't tell exactly what, C205, I believe. RE202 Arietta bomber, that's a really nice bomber there. We have the Alciona heavy bomber, another good plane there. The Boita fighter, one of the best AT rocket planes. And again, the Baltimore bomber, and then a Spitfire fighter in B as well. On the other side, third Fallshirmjager division. I wouldn't immediately place for this map, to be honest with you, but we'll see how it performs. Recon tab, pretty light here with the Abwehr with their Panzerschrecks and the SPW AB41. The infantry tab filled out here with 81 units of infantry, a leader, the Pioneer, FG42, ZF variants, and Sturmjager variants of the Fallshirmjager. B phase, we have an unvetted card of Fallshirmjager, just the 20-point ones. The Pioneer, the FG42, and then C phase, another 20-point Fallshirmjager there, vetted once. The tank tab, just two cards of Stug 3s, double vetted. The support tab, two cards of MG42. Actually, one's 34, one's 42. I wonder if you just don't get two 42s. The Stu 42 and Flammenwerfers. The AT tab here, a nice Pupchen, Pack 38, Pack 40s in A and B phase, and a Panzerschreck card in B, so lots of Panzerschrecks. Going to try to counter those Shermans. And the AA tab, we had some Flak 36 double vet there. Nice extra availability on those. Two 88 cards. Ugh, barf. Then the RD tab, really light here as well. 105 and a 210 off map. Ugh. And finally, the air tab, nicely filled out here. Lots of JU-88s. The Napalm 1 in A. Oh, no, he's going to cheese. He's doing the cheese. All right, we got to dive into the game here. No, don't do it, you horrible cheesy cur. Now I understand why Reef said this. Although, I don't know if that's going to pay off. It's going to buy him time. It's going to give him the hill for sure. It didn't kill much, though. That is the thing. It was actually because the stupidly bad transports of the Italians here actually saving them. The irony is not lost on me. Although on the flip side here, Stahlbrecher sending a fair bit in other parts of the map. Takes out the Flammenwerfer here, so nice clear there. Might be able to take out that Pack 38. Staghound holding up the assault here as well. For the time being, though, the hill is very much in the Germans' hands. Up north, actually, okay, weird. So Reef did send a bunch of troops here, but has actually, like, just moved them out. The ironic thing is, I still think he would have won this. Like, the Sturmjägers here in the yellow would have absolutely dominated these Italian infantry. Even capturing this flag here for the time being. Although losing this flag here, will the Staghound be able to take out the SPW? This is huge. The SPW breaks off the fight. I actually think it would have won, to be honest with you. It was going to get the next burst off. Pack 38 did kill off the Staghound down south. Pack 38 needs to reposition to try to kill this. Yeah, he needs this badly. 1311. Once again, we see these top players. This is Division 2, by the way. We see these top players responding to crises by creating crises for their opponents somewhere else. Guastatori para. It's 3 Berettas is nice, and it's a chunky squad, but the fact of the matter is most of the squad is rifles, so it's not actually like putting out an absurd amount of CQC damage. The RDT is, again, just like I don't even know how to describe it. It's honestly more of a hybrid infantry. Like, it's got enough stuff to fight at range, it's got enough stuff to fight at CQC with the grenade, but it's not exactly, like, incredible at either of those tasks. And the question is, how much can Reef really capitalize on the cheese he started this game out? Here's the quadruple Bren unit. The Morrow Bren. So many Brens. So the Pack 38 does take out a half-track there. Commandosi, on the other hand, these are quite strong with their commando trait, but once again, a hybrid unit. 3 submachine guns, 5 rifles, 2 of the automatic rifles. It does it all, but does none of it great. And I'm just never sure if I'm a fan of units like that. Morrows, on the other hand, dedicated CQC. These guys absolutely decimate infantry at CQC. Those reinforcements from up north finally getting there. And now the north probably just going to get lost here. Why he left this Sturmjäger unit here at all is kind of a baffling thing to me. Ju-88 going to try to stem the bleeding there. The Alcione actually gets an engine overheat from the strafe of the Bf-109's little MGs. Wow. Now the Fallshirmjager Fury, will it surrender the Guastatori? It does! Okay. Pretty lucky, honestly. Bf-109 trying hard to get another strafe in on this Alcione. I don't think it has the firepower to kill it. Sherman is here, though. Definitely an issue. Stug is alive. Can definitely brawl with that Sherman. Yeah, I would say you commit, honestly. You need the Sherman dead. Like, you can't... Oh, the Abwehr takes out the Sherman leader. Can it take out the second Sherman? Stug is now in position. Will it get a shot off? It does not. Alcione is still here, though. Here's the thing. It got panicked, but it never actually retreated. Staghound took out the AB-41. Morrow's in the town. Flammenwerfers really have no chance. Oh, the Pioneers were instantly destroyed by a burst from the Morrows. It is one of those things with, like, ooh, a breakthrough up north hard. Oh, and the Staghound cutting off reinforcements. Has Reef noticed? He has not. Takes out the Pack 38. Now there's no AT. Oh, what a breakthrough from Stahlbrecher. Very nice play. These top players just know when to go. Like, they I don't know if they have a sense that the rest of us don't have, played enough to know, or are just not afraid of taking chances. But they find so many of these moments where, like, they just send, like, a random unit forward and it just does so much damage. Yeah, this Bf-109 just does not have the firepower to actually stop this Alcione. So the Stug finished off another Sherman? No, it does not appear. I think this is the same Sherman. Bomber killing off an Fallshirmjager FG-42 there. And up north, the push continues. Is he going to capture this flag? Wow. Yeah, he's going for it. Stug is in, but can't see. Actually, apparently it can. Staghound should go down here. It does. But now there's going to be infantry in these buildings here. And now a 17-7 for Stahlbrecher, despite Reef's Giga Cheese. Folks, please don't ever do this. This is wrong. It's a tournament game. Anything goes. I understand this point, and I'm not arguing with that fact. Wow, the Morrow Bren get absolutely decimated by these Fallshirmjager Sturmjägers. Jeez. Fallschirmjägers? I'm not sure what the full title for these are. Maros do have a Panzerfaust. This SPW has to be very careful. It's taking the long way around. Take the long way around. Ooh, Fallshirmjagers just take it. Not Flammenwerfer, excuse me. Oh, SPW versus the Staghound. Not a great fight at this range. Takes it out, though, because of the weakened Staghound. Still 15-9 here for Stahlbrecher. Remember, Stahlbrecher on the Vanguard income here. Schirmjägers are actually not good at long range. They feel like they would be because Fallschirmjägers are just so strong, generally speaking, but they're not. In a really heads-up half-track push forward to surrender that Schirmjäger. It's a 40-point unit, I think, still. No, it's down to 35. Stuart goes down. Stug 3 is kind of stabilizing here. Takes out the armor. That's really important. Got to take out all the light armor. JU is finally back. Single Morrow currently holding the town. Things not looking hot here for Reef. Certainly not out of it. Commandosi looks like they'll go down to the napalm. Oh, I do love this unit though. Like, let me be very clear. I think this unit is super fun. Like, who doesn't love a sheet of napalm? This early game cheese though, I do not accept. Wow, okay. I kind of thought that Commandosi would die running through the napalm, but they didn't. Interesting. I don't think napalm's been nerfed, so that's kind of weird that it just like did nothing. Fallshirmjager ZF on a move order for some reason. And getting absolutely wrecked because of it. And the Stug 3 on a not stop backup order. Yeah, this was stupid. I'm not exactly sure what Reef was doing. And the fighter, the C205, this is a very good fighter. Nice speed on it. Very fast. Good loadout. Super maneuverable. SPW 41's getting caught out here by the Wolverine and the Stuart. As a Fallschirmjager. Ooh, a nice strafe there. Fuhrer here going to go down. Reef just not fast enough right on in his micro. Losing a lot of units because of it. Quadruple Morrow Bren doing the work. Stug 3 still staying alive. The problem is it's just stretched. Like, it's trying to cover off all of this armor. Abwehr does get the kill on the Wolverine. Wow, this thing has been value. Freaking value. SPW down south. It's kind of got free reign. This Stuart needs to move into position. Otherwise, it can kind of do whatever it wants. Pack 38 is here, though. Fallschirmjager FG42 push forward. We now have a 57 mil going after the Stug. The Stug will probably die. No, actually gets out of range in time. Interesting. Yeah, this was a waste of a Fallschirmjager ZF. That move order was decimating. He probably could have, like, pinned that Commandosi with the sniper and stuff of it. Needs to recapture this flag for sure. Arietta in, takes out the leader. Oh, no, tries to take out the Abwehr. Almost succeeds. Another Wolverine here. The Stug 3 did go down, probably to this Wolverine. I'm not sure if he's just not learning his lesson. Stuart goes down to a Pack 38 there. Nice kill. SPW, now that it's cleared of that Staghound, now pushing forward. The 65 mil could kill it, but it needs to get into a better position. Commandosi go down. Nice kill there. Fallschirmjager might be able to capture his back. Still 16-8, about to hit B phase, though. And we'll see if our Maverick player Reef here can pull things back together. This is the risk, though, of that JU opening. Like, if you don't follow it up enough, it's a lot of points. That JU-88 is 155 points. Like, that is a massive number of points that you are committing at the beginning of the game and not getting in other troops. SPW needs to move now, or the Obiche is going to take it out with a T-shell that we can't see, but is definitely firing. Why does it have, like, an invisible heat shell? Yeah, like, we literally can't see it. C205 back in to try to kill the BF-109 Recon. It doesn't look like Reef's reacted yet. No, excuse me, not double Stug. A Stug and a Stu-42 now in. Although the Stu-42 appears to be distracted by these infantry. Stug backing up even further. Now out of range. Stu-42 now have an attack order on that 57 mil. Infantry dying in the transports. The quadruple Bren, guys, puts out a lot of damage. It really does. It doesn't really matter how bad the LMG is. If there's 4 of them, it's a lot of damage. Things in the town not going so hot here for Reef either. Honestly, not many places things going well, except maybe the south. He's finally getting some ground back. We are in B phase now. So Maverick income activate. Stug dropping the ball. That little extra bit of stress there, making its accuracy not that reliable. Missing twice now. Fallshirmjager ZF should easily dominate the RDD at range. Stug on the third shot should land. There it is. Obicha still has 2 heat shells left. And now the Stug on the Obicha along with the Fallshirmjager there. This flag might flip soon. Reef still on a 16-8 though. Really struggling to get back into some of these positions. Staghound rushing in. Not sure what it's going to do though. BF-109 back as well. C205 is gone without killing the fighter. Very interesting. Reef getting a lot of information from these. Oh, Fallshirmjager here, absolutely undefeatable at this range when you're facing it in the open. I mean, most infantry kind of slap when that's happening, but my god, if any unit can, it's that one. That's my thing with MP44s in general. Arietta coming in here for the bombing strike does land very nicely. The MP44 seems overtly powerful when firing at units in the open and noticeably weak when it's not shooting at units in the open. I'm not 100% sure why it feels that way. Like other guns, like obviously every gun is less effective when firing at things in cover, but that gun in particular feels like significantly worse. Like it just doesn't function when it's firing at something in cover. So actually just shot something down. I'm not even sure what it was. I highly doubt it was the C205. I have to... Oh, it was the Arietta, I think. BF-109 G6 R6, a very well-armed fighter. Not a fast one and not a super maneuverable one. It's almost falls into the heavy fighter category. It's not. It's not one of those like super heavy fighters that's like slow and completely unusable. But it's not far off. Fallshirmjager ZF keeps getting caught out in the open. As Reef playing extremely aggressively to try to get his footing back. Another nice napalm strike takes out the RDD. The Fallshirmjager ZF finish off the Maro on the hill. Other than the armor, not looking great here for Stahlbrecher. Finally, the flag up north, and we're back to a 14-10. Can Reef claw his way back from this disastrous opener of the game? Oh, the C205 goes down to the machine gun of the Ju-88 coming out of the back of the plane. A strafe by the BF-109 must have severely weakened it, and just that little machine gun was enough. See, Reef playing with auto cover off, and these are the moments where I don't agree with turning it off. Wolverine goes down to the Pack 38 and Stug 3 combo there. Staghound trying to chase down the SPW. Reef on a backup all the way around. This is always that awkward moment where, like, if you tell it to fast move, it takes like 5 minutes for it to turn around. But reversing for half a mile seems ridiculous. Some defense is now thrown in here. I imagine they've been spotted by the recon plane. The Stug 3 taking a side shot. Wolverine can easily destroy this at this range. Yeah, that was a bad loss there. Maros should crush the Fallshirmjager ZF. Although they are pretty pinned, and with the support of the leader as well, and the Fallshirmjager over there, might be able to hold off, and they do successfully. Flag down south captured. Fallshirmjager FG-42 really needs to finish off this 57 mil. Clear the way for the armor to continue dominating. Wolverine moving in, though. No, it is spotted by the Stug 3. Stug 3 is going to get the first shot off. No, why did you move? I disagree so strongly with this. Now he's stopped. Oh, Reef, no. Guys, you either commit or you don't. Like, you can't change your mind in the middle. Especially when he got lucky enough that he didn't die immediately the first time. It's too late at that point. Like, keep running away. You committed to running, it's time to run. 15-9 again for Stahlbrecher as the south has completely evaporated here for Reef. And now 2 HS-129s. This seems like an overcommitment. Reef is so far behind on the ground. I think he's putting way too many points into his air force right now. The C205 gets a good strafe off, but the F109 is on the back, but does it have enough ammo to do the job? And it does! So both of those C205s are now dead. There is still Spitfires. The HS-129 takes out another Sherman, so the Wolverine and Sherman both dead. Another Sherman coming in, but the HS-129 has eyes on it. Lands the first hit. Lands the second one. Finishes it off. The only armor left here is this loader wounded Sherman, but down south, there's nothing. Reef has, and remember, this is Maverick. Like, he should be pouring troops on, but he keeps buying extremely expensive planes, which is eating up his income. The infantry in the town are finding success. HS-129 apparently found another target. Alcione bomber back in. Nothing heavy enough to stop it. Fallshirmjager. Oh, Sturmjäger going to take it hard. Oh! Nice to see the 500-kilogram bombs really doing something, though, now. As they should. Fallshirmjager just standing here. Reef really enjoying moving units out in the wide open. HS-129 going after nothing right now. Keeps changing targets. Ju-88 coming in for the bombing strike on these infantry. BF-109 recon here has been pretty key in keeping eyes on all of these units. The C-205's inability to finish them has been pretty pivotal, actually. Stu-42 should be... No. Stu-42 should be pretty safe. No. I really think he should have stayed committed to that. He would have killed that. Yes, it's a risk, but I think a risk Reef needs to take at this point. His Air Force is dominant. I mean, here comes some Crusader AA, which can force off the BF-109 recons. It's certainly not stopping any of these HS-129s or Ju-88s, like, before they bomb. Sherman goes down to a PaK-38. Actually, a pretty lucky kill there, all things considered. PaK-38's off and bounce on Sherman's. HS-129 really trying to get into a position to actually kill this Wolverine. BF-109 needs to be careful now. There's actually AA that can force it off, and he really needs this to stick around to finish off this armor. But Reef not microing this right now, and he's going to fly back. He's actually probably going to lose it. Yeah, and he actually really shouldn't lose this. It's been pretty key to his air spam game plan. Finally, things in the hill starting to turn around. We're almost at the end of C phase, though, and I'm just not sure if Reef has done enough. If the Fallshirmjager find these Maros out of position and Stahlbrecher doesn't respond, that would be huge, because otherwise I'm not sure he's beating those Maros. Yeah, he really needs to capture back this flag here. Wolverine on the Stug. Misses the first shot. Stug 3 is going to get an opportunity to respond here. Does land. Wolverine also lands, though. Ju-88 going for nothing. Stug does kill, but trades. Not ideal, that's for sure. I mean, this strike does clear things out for later, so it wasn't bad. Fallshirmjagers did find the Maros, and no response has been had just yet. Third Fallshirmjager have no chance against the Italians in the woods. 0. Still 15-9 as Reef continues to bleed here, and I'm not sure if he's going to be able to pull this back around here. Trades have been going much better, though. The Italians looking a whole lot thinner all of a sudden. Like, just don't have the weight of units anymore that they had before. As reinforcements were diverted up north. Fallshirmjager is just not going into the woods. That is an option. That's a choice. Stu-42 standing with its armor, side armor just wide open. Why? Like, why move this up if you're gonna, like why at all? He did back it up and then cancel the backup order. See, if he had just committed to this fight earlier at the longer range, it would be much better. But here at this range, it's much more likely he dies. 57, yeah. Ugh. And again, I'm making these judgments. I would make terrible choices like this, I'm 100% sure. Fallshirmjager just getting wrecked here, coming in the bad transport route. So Maros get a free kill. That is something I would do. Yes, Reef is a very good player. It's just, watching from here, it's easy to see, like, where decision lines went terribly wrong. In the moment, adrenaline's pumping, you're in the zone, and, like, it's easy to see why you would make those decisions. Like, I don't want this to die, move it immediately. Instead of just committing to the fight, you think, like, all right, I can win this if I just back it up, and then I'll, you know, use it XYZ here. You know, it's very easy in that moment to see why the choice was made. Watching it afterwards, it's very easy to say, well, that was a terrible choice. But in the moment, it seems much more reasonable. So, some good trades here. Flipping some flags. We're finally at a 12-12. The question is, has Reef traded well enough through B phase to bring things back? He has recaptured the hill completely. So for that, I congratulate him. The F-109 gets a nice run on that Alciona, but it might not be enough. Bomber in, hitting not really anything. This J-80 has just been flying around doing absolutely jack squat, and now is going to retreat in the wrong direction. That was not him. He tried to force it this way. But unfortunately, it was only just starting that turn, so when you give it the evac order overrides your manual tell where to go. I think he's going to lose this because of that. And that's a painful loss. It's not super exciting. These are actually only like 95 points. It's a great bomber for that. But he really committed to this air spam game, which means he cannot be losing planes. Can't tell if he's going for the Sherman or going for... Right now he is going for that Sherman. Does take it out. Nice kill. Certainly a very nice kill. Lost the hill, though, again, basically. And the thing is, it looks like he's got a lot of guys around, and you're like, oh, third Fallshirmjager, tons of guys, there's no way he loses. The thing is, a lot of these are just these 20-point Fallshirmjagers, which, for their price, are great, but they are not the super deadly units of, like, FG-42 or ZF Fallshirmjagers. They're just kind of mid-infantry. And back to a 59 again for Stahlbrecher. Yeah, I think Reef really needs to, like, get a handle on this area. He should dominate this area, honestly. The 17-pounder is really the only thing that's actually a threat in this open area. As both players, after all this time, finally actually have AA. They spent a lot... This was the most, like, fighter duels we've had in a game in quite a while. Most players are very hesitant to call fighters in. They can be very cost inefficient. They're expensive. Yes, they actually kill planes, but a lot of times you lose the fighter for it, which is obviously awful. So most people opt for the AA, which is like a permanent defense and actually stops the planes from doing damage. But in this game, both players really committed to fighters and trying to kill off the opponent's air force, which has been wildly entertaining. He's... MG42 standing out in the open is an odd choice. I'm surprised he hasn't at least moved one forward to try to claim this. Fucilieri Bren at this range, probably really dangerous. Yeah, they're doing the thing. And the Fallshirmjagers are putting up a nice fight. I cannot say they didn't, but now they do win out. Fallshirm Pioneers tried. Bomber coming in, Ju-88. Let's see how... I want to see how these 50-kilogram bombs do. Are these 25 or 35 points? 35 points. I thought maybe 30. Okay. Not great, but way better than it used to be. MG42 finally moving in to hold this flag permanently. And Reef about to get his first flag advantage of the game here. Crusader AA probably going to take out this BF-109. Flew right into it. And if not that one, then this one. Yep, there it is. Ouch. Fallshirmjager down, flag flip. Reef on a 14-10, though. Can he pull it back in? I mean, he's got time, like he could. If he holds a flag point lead the rest of the game, he can win this. I mean, fun, not super effective. He does have the hill. I mean, that is key to winning this map, is holding that central hill. And all of a sudden, things down south not looking great here for Stahlbrecher. On top of that, Stahlbrecher's probably running out of armor. He only has 11 Shermans. We've seen 6 to 7 die, I think. I think all the Wolverines are dead. Is the one down here still alive? No, I think all the Wolverines are dead. Now, on the flip side, there are only 9 Stugs. So, we saw at least one up here that's gone. There was one down here, here. So, there's a number. I mean, Stugs are still coming in. And there's plenty on the map. But both players probably running a little bit short on armor. Which I think at that point actually starts to favor the Fallshirmjagers. Because, 1v1 at anything other than CQC, the Fallshirmjagers win most fights. The Italians, while they are strong and scary, are really a mid-range CQC sort of deck. So when you force them into long-range fighting, they are not nearly as scary. The Brens are, while there are 4 of them, are not super efficient at long range. And a 17-pounder just went down. That's 1 of 4. So Fallshirmjager's pushing to the woods. See, this I don't agree with. He has no business in the woods whatsoever. He can't win any fight against these units. The Sherman's just going to wipe out this Fallshirmjager. And the Morrow's just going to wipe out this one. And then he's going to have no units here again. So to me, this one, like, Reef finally got a flag advantage. And there's really nowhere here to go. Yeah, see, like, and he has no chance against anything in the woods. Anything in the woods that those Fallshirmjagers are going to run into, he was going to lose to. No matter what. There's not a singular unit in the Italian deck he could beat in the woods with that unit. Actually, with almost any of his units. Like, even a Pioneer. Like, a Pioneer would have at least, like, killed this at some point, but he would have ended up with, like, 5 men left in the squad. Oh, this poor Fallshirmjager didn't deserve this. I like this push. This is fine. I mean, you gotta push. I'm not making that argument, but some of these pushes just seem extremely unnecessary. And are causing losses he really can't afford. Shug about to move into line of sight with the Sherman. First off, will the Shug see the Sherman? And if it does, will it turn in time? Oh, it just stopped short. Yeah, like we can see here, the Fallshirmjager is not going to lose to this unit at all. So we have this very interesting... Ooh, look at this. Yeah. Wow. He did not expect that to be on the transport road there. Gets a free kill. Morrow falls back. This flag, once this unpins, this flag should flip. Shug moving forward to force the Sherman out of this obnoxious position. MG42 did not spot this 65mm, even with the recon plane here? That seems shocking. Can this double vet MG42 stop this Obiche from killing it? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Maybe. This could really go either way. Will this land and do the 2 damage? It only does 1. Wow. Okay, MG42, I see you. Last AA piece now in. Yeah, again, I'm not sure. I understand, like, he wants flags. He wants to get a double tick to try to shore this up, because he will win at this rate. The problem is, like, he's just randomly throwing infantry forward with no support whatsoever and hoping he gets lucky. Will this HS-129 get through? He does. I don't think he got a shot off. He definitely didn't land a shot. Another one coming. This AA is in a really bad position. It can't, like, get a good line. And this time, bounces. Wow, okay. Sherman with Giga Armor there. This Fallshirmjager FG-42 find a nice line there where the Paracadutisti, they do get out in time, but they managed to only take 1 damage there, so pretty good dodge. Fallshirmjager trying to get... No, I thought it was trying to get in this building to capture the flag, but it's just moving into a random non-position. Has Reef turned this around? I'm honestly really impressive so far. I really thought he was screwed after A phase. But Stahlbrecher really on the back foot here. Having a really hard time getting back into positions. These 20-point Fallshirmjagers proving key here in C phase that Reef can continue to call infantry in. And that's one of the issues with this Italian deck. Everything's expensive. Even the Paracadutisti, who are not super strong infantry, are 25 points, which is tough to work with. Crusader AA, though, will definitely chew up this Fallshirmjager. Ju-88 dropping its bombs on what? Oh, this Morrow. Now he needs to push forward. He does. That's a nice pickup. See, and he can just... I don't know where he's going. At this point, I'm surprised he hasn't tried just driving down this road. He's tried driving down every other road. 15-9 finally grabbed here with this flag on the hill, I believe. Actually, no, excuse me. It was the flag up north momentarily for this Pioneer, but the Lucia Fiamma, which is a flamer, is going to go clear that out. Pack 38 with its APCR does land a pen on the Sherman. Second one there as well. Pack 38's really struggling. How much does the APCR do? Oh, it only does 3, so it takes 4 pens. But they do manage to kill it. This is probably one of the last Shermans coming here. Wow, the Flamer actually died. He must have micro told it to throw its... No, it didn't throw a grenade at all. How did that happen? Ju-88 Flame coming in. The Crusader AA died to the Pac 40. That's huge. Because the thing is, Reef, while he has lost a few planes, it's mostly been fighters. Like, all the Ju-88 bombers and stuff, I'm pretty sure are still around. This napalm bomber, this is the most I've ever seen a napalm bomber actually get used. 16-8 for Reef. I think he might have turned this around. I mean, some of these pushes are a little tenuous, to say the least. But my God, if Stahlbrecher's not on the back foot now. And there's plenty of time. This whole, like, not auto-cover thing is kind of, like, making me angry, actually. Because there's been now several times that Reef would have been perfectly fine if he just had allowed his units to auto-go into some cover right next door. Here's the push I was talking about, finally down south. And this just might do it. Yeah, he found it. He found the lack of defense here. Flak 36 just not in a spot to stop that. MG42 holding up a little poke up north. Crusader A repositioning to try to save the center, who's currently defenseless. Fallshirmjager FG42 will absolutely dominate this fight. Yeah, there's absolutely no chance for this paratrooper here. Oh my God, just gets destroyed. Maros are here, though. How much damage can they do? They do get a cheeky Panzerfaust off, but then die for the sacrifice. 16-8 here for Reef. A very comfy double tick. Paratrooper down. A nice bombing strike from the Ju-88 there. Another aggressive push forward does get surrendered there. HS-129 finding one of the last remaining Shermans. And a transport. Oh my. And another. Oh my God. That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. And this is where these tank buster planes their value is pretty extreme at times. That's the one thing you're missing when you have the cluster AT. Like, the cluster AT planes are more consistent because you don't need line of sight. And you don't need, like, weird plane paths to get them on target. So there's a big advantage there. But the flip side, the potential upside of your tank buster planes with their straight gun is that you can pick up multiple kills, and when you do, it is devastating for your opponent. It's absolutely backbreaking. What is this? Okay, I guess what? Yeah, this was dumb. I wholeheartedly disagree with this choice. I'm not sure why you would ever do that. It's not like this thing has any even 20 mil cannons, so it's utterly useless at strafing. As he now shores up the south. Yeah, there's really no way Stahlbrecher gets back into the south. He called in this ammo and never used it for anything. One thing we did not see Stahlbrecher use at all was the Italian artillery, which, while not like super powerful, is really cost efficient and can be really good if you can get, like, in nice close range. And since it's so cheap, like, it's worth the risk most of the time. Fallshirmjagers, I mean, these FG42 ones, they do what you pay for. It is a very powerful unit. I have to say, things looking pretty locked up here. I'm actually kind of surprised there's no flags back here for red. There's always some stupid flag, like, miles back, like here, that is so unrealistic to capture, you're not even sure why it's there at all. And I'm kind of surprised there isn't one back here for red. As Reef just continues to attack, move forward. And now an 18-6 for him. Wow. Now, the Sherman up north here, these Fallshirmjagers have to get into the woods immediately, or they're going to get all wiped out. Another Stug. So Reef still has Stugs to spare. Poopshin that was pushing forward gets wrecked, and Stahlbrecher finally throws in the towel. What a turnaround. I hope you guys stuck around for that, because that was a phenomenal turnaround there from Reef. Severely out-trading Stahlbrecher. Although, really, I can't imagine that was at the beginning of the game. No, things looking pretty even through here. Although, it does seem a little more blue. Yeah, a lot of blue there. And that's in that early Maverick that didn't seem to be going super well. So maybe Stahlbrecher was actually just trading ground for units, and I just didn't realize how badly that was actually going. Stahlbrecher isn't a really aggressive player. Yeah, I mean, this is mostly blue. It did not appear to be going that poorly for Stahlbrecher, in terms of trades, at least. Obviously, we saw him in territory doing really well. And it looked like it looked like at the end of A phase that Reef was way down on units, but I think it's just because he spent so many points on planes. It's not that he was losing troops. He had just never called that many in the first place. And I think that's what I was misinterpreting in terms of the trades, was just that, like, Reef wasn't trading poorly. He just wasn't calling that many units in on the ground and was trading ground for essentially time to invest in support units such as planes to overwhelm the god-awful AA that Stahlbrecher was forced to rely on. Very interesting. HS129 getting tons of value. These are very good. The B3 variant is very good. The other variant is solid, but not anywhere near as deadly as that one because of the longer range. If you guys enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe, and consider checking out the Patreon link down below. Thanks a bunch, everyone, and have a fantastic day.